From her comedic roles to her significant impact on industry standards, this is a video about the untold stories of Fran Drescher's remarkable career. Born in September 1957, Fran Drescher is the younger daughter of Sylvia, a bridal consultant, and Morty Drescher, a naval systems analyst. Although she was born in New York City, her Jewish family hails from Southeast and Central Europe. Fran also has an older sister. In her teenage years, Fran was the first runner-up for Miss New York Teenager in 1973. She attended Flushing's Parsons Junior High School and later Hillcrest High School in Jamaica, Queens, where she met her future husband, Peter Mark Jacobson. They married in 1978 at the age of 21, but divorced in 1999. Fran graduated from Hillcrest High in 1975 with comedian Ray Romano as one of her classmates. Interestingly, Fran's character in The Nanny and Ray Romano's character in Everybody Loves Raymond met during a high school reunion on an episode of The Nanny. Both Fran and Peter attended Queens College, City University of New York, but left in their first year due to all acting classes being full. Fran then pursued cosmetology school after leaving college. In 1985, years before she starred in The Nanny, Fran Drescher was the victim of a violent attack. Drescher was having dinner with then-husband Peter Mark Jacobson and a friend when intruders broke into the couple's house, tied up and blindfolded Jacobson, and proceeded to rape the two women at gunpoint. Years later, Drescher told Fox News, "I felt like I was shattered into a million pieces. It took me at least a year before I even felt close to being myself." Drescher described a time after the incident when she was at a restaurant and was so on edge that when a busboy dropped some utensils, she jumped out of her seat and screamed. In an interview with CNN, Drescher revealed that the two men who assaulted her were brothers and one of them had been on parole. It's very disheartening to think that he was incarcerated and then he was let go and then he went on a rampage. The men were later arrested thanks in large part to Drescher. She explained to CNN that because she has a photographic memory, she was able to assist the police in the facial composite, which ultimately led to the perpetrator's arrest. "I have at least the closure, which a lot of women sadly do not have, but I do, that he's locked away now for good." Acting was always Fran Drescher's passion. In 1977, she secured a small role as a dancer in the iconic disco drama Saturday Night Fever, sharing the screen with John Travolta. Following this, she played a secretary in American Hot Wax and appeared in the TV horror film Stranger in Our House, also known as Wes Craven's Summer of Fear. Throughout the 80s, Fran made several TV appearances, gaining a substantial role in the 1980s film Hollywood Nights. She continued with projects like the summer camp romp, Gorp, and the less successful Dr. Detroit in 1983, where she played the love interest of Dan Aykroyd. Despite these efforts, she hadn't yet made a significant mark on the entertainment industry at this point in her career. People didn't really notice Fran Drescher at first, but her breakthrough came when she landed a role as a PR personnel in Rob Reiner's classic comedy, This Is Spinal Tap. She later reprised this role in an episode of The Nanny. After This Is Spinal Tap, Fran transitioned to sitcoms, starting with the 1986 show Charmed Lives, a failed spin-off of Who's the Boss? In 1988, she joined the cast of Rock and Roll Mom and showcased her humor in Weird Al's movie UHF. Her distinctive nasally voice and bold New York spirit became her trademark. Weird Al recognized her unique talent due to her natural humor. In the early 1990s, Fran appeared in projects like Wedding Band and Cadillac Man, where she played Robin Williams' mistress. Then, in 1981, a CBS sitcom titled Princesses provided Fran with a significant opportunity. However, the show faced behind-the-scenes chaos that led to its early demise after just 8 episodes, 3 of which went unaired. Despite the setback, Princesses propelled Fran's fame forward. A chance encounter at the airport with a CBS executive became a turning point. During a 9-hour pitch, Fran, adorned in makeup and a vibrant ensemble, successfully pitched a new show, and just like that, The Nanny was born. This humorous twist of fate marked a pivotal moment in Fran Drescher's career. The Nanny is often described as the anti-Mary Poppins and stars Fran Drescher as a nanny to a widowed Broadway producer. In this culture clash comedy, she's the vibrant, loud-dressed, fun-loving nanny to his more reserved and refined character. This unique pairing was comedy gold, and it showcased Fran's verbal and physical comedy talents. The show skyrocketed to enormous success, making Fran both famous and loved, even though some found her a tad annoying, a deliberate aspect of her character. Fran was deeply involved in the show's writing process and contributed to its success. She even included a touching tribute to her family as she named the characters' parents Sylvia and Morty after her own mom and dad. Many fell in love with Fran's character for countless reasons. The biggest reason being her ability to be an ordinary, down-to-earth girl with her own voice, no matter who's in the room and no matter how loud that voice is. The character Fran portrayed in The Nanny became an inspiration for girls at home. With her unique style and fearless attitude, she showed that one could dress and speak authentically without fearing judgment. While some might not fully grasp the complexities of growing up as a woman, the show remained genuinely funny and had many laughs along with the studio audience's cues. The Nanny reached its peak ratings in 1995, earning Fran Drescher 2 Emmy and Golden Globe nominations. Amid The Nanny's run, she took on smaller roles in projects like 1994's Car 54, Where Are You?, and 1996's Jack, sharing the screen once again with Robin Williams. After The Nanny's success, Hollywood decided it was Fran's time to take the lead, starring in her first movie, The Beautician and the Beast. This romantic comedy, a twist on The King and I, was fitting as Fran has a cosmetology background aligning with her established brand from The Nanny. Despite the TV show's popularity, the movie didn't fare well and opened at number 3. It faced critical backlash and had unfavorable reviews, which made it struggle. Unfortunately, The Beautician and the Beast didn't find much favor on the big screen. It opened to a lukewarm response, ranking 3rd, and critics were harsh, resulting in poor reviews. Despite this, loyal Nanny fans appreciated the comedy that Fran brought to her character in this movie, proving that even with a less than stellar reception, there were those who continued to support her work. In 1999, The Nanny concluded, and Fran faced a new chapter, appearing in movies like Picking Up the Pieces. However, a big challenge arose as she was diagnosed with cancer in 2000. This experience became the focal point of her detailed memoir, Cancer Schmancer, published in 2002. In 2007, she launched the Cancer Schmancer movement, aiming to promote early-stage diagnosis for women. Recognized for her advocacy, she became a public diplomacy envoy for women's health issues in the following year, advocating globally. Approximately 2 years later, Fran triumphed over cancer and returned to television with a 3-episode stint on NBC's Good Morning Miami. She began to use her journey not only as a flex of personal triumph, but also as a platform to raise awareness about women's health concerns worldwide. Following her movie appearance in Santa's Sleigh, Fran shifted focus to a lead TV role in Living with Fran on the WB network. Portraying an interior designer and single mother, the show endured for 2 seasons despite some behind-the-scenes challenges that were similar to her earlier experiences. Taking a 5-year hiatus from movies, Fran engaged in diverse projects, from guest appearances in The Simpsons' Treehouse of Horror to roles in shows like Law & Order, Criminal Intent, Entourage, and the short-lived improv series Thank God You're Here. In 2008, she ventured into theater with Camelot, and later participated in productions like Love, Loss, and What I Wore, leading to her Broadway debut in 2013's Cinderella. Fran briefly explored talk show hosting in 2010, but low ratings led to its discontinuation after 3 weeks. The same year, she co-created and starred in the TV Land sitcom Happily Divorced, working alongside her ex-husband. Fran Drescher's voice found a perfect match as a Bride of Frankenstein character in the successful Hotel Transylvania movies. In contrast, her 2020 sitcom attempt, Indebted on NBC, faced challenges. However, her most significant role emerged in 2021 when she was elected president of SAG-AFTRA. In July 2023, President Drescher led a historic strike advocating for fair pay, health coverage, and residuals in the era of streaming and artificial intelligence. Throughout press conferences, media appearances, and social media posts, she demonstrated a serious, determined side unfamiliar to many television viewers. Fran Drescher holds various titles: cancer survivor, president of the SAG union, and a witty, beautiful performer. She actively fights for her beliefs, a passionate force in Hollywood. As writers strive to craft powerful female characters, President Fran's example is one to model such characters after. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out other videos about beautiful celebrities in history.